High growth stock, 188.73%. CERo Therapeutics Holdings Inc., NASDAQ CERO. CERo Therapeutics is an innovative biopharmaceutical biotech company with a fascinating focus on cancer treatment. What business does this company engage in? CERo Therapeutics is an immunotherapy company aiming to develop a new generation of engineered T-cell therapeutics for cancer treatment. Specifically, they are developing what are called Chimeric Engulfment Receptor T Cells, CER-T cells. The core concept behind CERo is to modify patient-derived T cells to give them a special ability to eliminate cancer cells more effectively. This is achieved by incorporating phagocytic mechanisms normally found in other immune cells, like macrophage, into the T cells. This enables CER-T cells to function in two ways: direct elimination of cancer cells, similar to conventional T cells, and engulfment and degradation of cancer cells. This mechanism is distinct from currently approved chimeric antigen receptor T cells, or CAR-T cell therapy. CERo believes this mechanism will make CER-T cells more effective in treating hematological malignancies, blood cancers, and potentially solid tumors, which CAR-T cell therapy has not yet effectively addressed. The company's lead product candidate is CERe-1236, which is currently in a phase 1 clinical trial for the treatment of acute myeloid leukemia, AML. It recently received Orphan Drug Designation, ODD, from the FDA, which is a positive news. What is the revenue breakdown? Like many biotech companies in the research and development phase, CERo Therapeutics currently has no significant operating revenue. Its current financial statements show $0 in revenue. The company's future revenue, if successful, will come from sales of CER-T pharmaceutical products, if approved and launched commercially, licensing fees or business collaborations if agreements are made with larger pharmaceutical companies to develop, manufacture, or distribute its products. Therefore, the company is currently investing heavily in R&D and relies on external fundraising to sustain its operations. Moat, competitive advantage. CERo Therapeutics possesses several important moats. Proprietary CER-T technology. This is the core of its moat. The company has developed a method of modifying T cells to integrate engulfment mechanisms, an approach that is distinct and potentially superior to existing CAR-T in the market. This makes it difficult for competitors to easily replicate and is protected by intellectual property (IP) with several patents. Potential for treating solid tumors. If CER-T cells can indeed demonstrate effectiveness in treating solid tumors, this would be a huge advantage, as this remains a major challenge that CAR-T cell therapy has not yet addressed. Comprehensive immune coverage. Designing T cells to work with both the innate immunity and adaptive immunity systems is an advanced concept that could lead to improved treatment outcomes. Orphan Drug Designation, ODD. CERe-1236 receiving ODD for AML from the FDA is a significant moat. It grants several benefits, including FDA assistance in clinical trial design, access to research grants, waiver of drug approval fees, and, importantly, 7 years of market exclusivity if the drug is approved. 1 to 3 year outlook. CERo's outlook for the next 1 to 3 years will be driven by progress in its clinical development. Progress of Phase 1 clinical trial. The company just commenced the Phase 1 trial for CERe-1236 in AML, with the first patient dosing expected in the first half of 2025. Positive results from this phase, focusing on safety and initial signs of efficacy, would be a significant stock price catalyst. Expansion of treatment scope. If the AML trial is successful, the company has the potential to expand trials to other types of cancer, both blood cancers and solid tumors, given the potential of CER-T technology. Additional fundraising. The company will require continuous fundraising to support ongoing R&D and subsequent clinical trials. Addressing NASDAQ compliance issues, the company recently announced a reverse stock price to maintain its NASDAQ listing, which is crucial for fundraising and credibility. Risks. CERo Therapeutics carries very high risks, which is typical for biotech companies in the clinical stage. Drug approval risk, this is the biggest risk. Many drugs that pass early stage trials may fail in later stages or fail to receive regulatory approval. Development is lengthy and extremely costly. Stock price volatility. The stock prices of biotech companies without product sales revenue tend to fluctuate wildly based on news of clinical trials, approvals, or fundraising. Intense competition. The immunotherapy and cell therapy market is highly competitive, with numerous large pharmaceutical companies and small biotech firms developing similar or different treatment approaches. Financial risk. Lacking revenue from sales means the company relies on continuous fundraising, which could lead to dilution for existing shareholders or an inability to raise sufficient capital. Intellectual property. Despite having patents, there remains a risk of patent infringement lawsuits or competitors discovering new methods that circumvent the company's patents. Competitors. CERo's main competitors come from companies developing immunotherapy and cell therapy, particularly current CAR T-cell therapy manufacturers such as Bristol Myers Squibb, BMS, Gilead Sciences, GILD, Novartis, NVS, which have approved products. Other biotech companies developing T-cell therapy or new forms of immune-based cancer treatment, such as CRISPR Therapeutics, CRISP, Intellia Therapeutics, NTLIA, and Sangamo Therapeutics, SGMO, focusing on gene therapy and cell modification. Large pharmaceutical companies with extensive R&D programs in cancer and immunotherapy. Partners. CERo Therapeutics has important partners supporting its R&D and clinical trials. University of California, Davis. CERo has a manufacturing agreement with UC Davis to produce CERe-1236 for clinical trials. Sarah Cannon Research Institute at Colorado Blood Cancer Institute, one of the primary sites for the Phase 1 clinical trial for CERe-1236, demonstrating collaboration with a renowned cancer research and treatment center. Investors are financial institutions, providing financial support through various fundraising rounds. In summary, CERo Therapeutics is a stock with high potential, but also very high risk. It is suitable for investors who understand and accept the risks inherent in R&D-focused biotech industries and can await long-term results. Investing in this type of stock is a bet on scientific success and the drug approval process.